Okay, now that the stream actually recognizes the fact that I have a microphone on, we can begin. Now, this is a bit of an impromptu stream, in a sense, but it's also a topic I wanted to discuss anyways, on some level. I did want to do it while on the Master Chief collection on my PC because of mods, but unfortunately my computer graphics card won't let me do any streaming while I play something like the Master Chief collection. So I'm doing it to the background of Halo Infinite without being able to show any of what I'm referring to, sadly enough. Okay. So, let's start with the reason why this came about. Apparently, and this is more of a response to a video that just got posted today from Mint Balance on YouTube regarding a Halo reboot. Well, considering that's basically what the Halo TV show was, and I watched one episode. One freaking episode, and I'm like, really? They're ignoring everything that's already existing in the franchise and rewriting the story? Thank you, goodbye. And that's all I've ever watched of the Halo television series. Because that's basically all it is a knockoff reboot. Now, there's a lot of other stuff that's going around the internet that I have no idea what they're talking about with the TV show. However, what we need is not a reboot. We don't need an anniversary edition. What we need is to have Halo restored and the faith restored in whoever is in charge of Halo. We won't get that from an original Halo at this point. So, let's discuss Halo. You know what? I'm going to switch to Master Chief for the rest of this video. Alright. What we need is not an anniversary edition, which is just a repackaging of pre-existing games. We don't need a collection. We don't need an original. And we definitely don't need a reboot. we need to have faith in the Halo franchise under Microsoft's current leadership and Microsoft's handling is a full, true remaster. Now, I'm going to go into detail about what I mean by that. First and foremost, I've modded the Master Chief Collection as far as it can go, so much so that it no longer runs on my PC with easy cheat enabled at all. The game will just crash with easy anti-cheat. Although they call it anti-cheat, it's actually easy cheat. There's no anti-cheat about it. It's a lot of it. With it enabled, the game will crash. Why? Because I've extensively went in and modded various things. Quite a few things, in fact. And not all of it's compatible with what 343 did with their modding tools. Here we go, that's the option I'm looking for. So you've got these background images, right? Now, on the PC, you can do modded ones. One of the things I went and did was inserted this exact background images, videos, actually, because they're animated and moving and have the music, of the original Halo games had. For the anniversaries, it's just updated. For example, the Halo 2 was this vinaigrette stuff, you see, for the original Halo 2 menu. There is a colored version in 4K that's used for the anniversary version that I used for the anniversary version. Another thing it does, as it replaces the main theme with a collection. It replaces the initial boot window, the whole Microsoft Studio, with a modified version of Halo 2's, complete with the rock anthem introduction, the Bungie splash screen with Xbox Game Studios attack in there, and then switches over to the Halo 1 Xbox loading screen in 4K. Now, although it doesn't work half the time, I also sort of managed to partially jerry-rig it to where modded campaigns, such as Ruby's Halo Combat Evolved Rebalance, loads with that same loading screen. Which means it looks like a highly updated version in Classic. Ruby's Rebalance also has many of the cut content and dig site content, resulting in wildlife, for example, being on the Halo array. And many new things. What we really need to see is basically the reboot is we go in here and I'm gonna load up the cutscene. Because, well, the imagery is great. So we need a reboot that remasters everything, but doesn't change the story. So the whole game needs the like the game should look this good as detailed. At least in single player. Multiplayer, you could probably tone it down a little bit. You get the
There was only one chip.
Basically
Wow.
be
Are you
the
sure?
entire
Yes.
Halo franchise
They called
to
it
date
the Pillar of Autumn.
redone
Why was it
Look
not
like
destroyed
this.
with the rest of their
in
fleet?
single
It
player.
fled as we set fire to their
Infinite's
planet.
campaign.
But I followed with all the ships in my command.
When you
No,
first
just-
saw Halo, were
It's
you
the Master Chief
blinded by its
Collection
majesty?
with
Blinded?
Halo
Paralyzed?
5,
Dumbstruck?
Halo
No.
Infinite,
Yet the humans were
Our
able to
Halo
evade your
Infinite
ships,
campaign
land on the sacred ring,
done
and desecrate
in
it with
this
their filthy
graphic
footsteps.
Noble hierarchs.
style.
Surely you
this
understand that
detailed,
once the
this
parasite attacked,
gorgeous
There will be order in this council.
collection,
You were right to focus your attention on the Flood.
or
But this demon,
Title, if
this
you will.
Master Chief,
by the time I learned the demon's intent,
but
there was nothing I could do.
No prophet of truth, this has gone on long enough. Make an example of this bungler.
content
The council demands it.
you are one of our most treasured instruments.
and Halo Reach.
Long have you led your
DMR,
fleet
you've
with
got
honor
the
and
VR,
distinction.
you've got the
But
grenade
your
launcher,
inability
you've got the
to
rocket
safeguard
launch,
Halo
you've got the
was a
Falcon
colossal
and the
failure.
Falcon. And you play Halo.
I will continue my campaign against the humans.
And most of
No, you will not.
you don't have a Falcon, you don't have a DMR.
Soon the great journey shall begin. But when it does, the weight of your heresy will stay your feet,
The HUD stripped
and you shall be left behind.
a remaster would see that change. So they would have each title chronological order, do its sandbox. Then that would mean starting with Reach. Then they
The
would
plating
do
was about to fail.
Combat
There's
Evolved.
viscosity throughout the gel layer.
They would
Optics
copy and
totally
paste
fried.
that same
Let's
sandbox
not even talk about the
and
power
add
supply.
everything that was
You know how
originally
expensive this
Combat
gear is, son?
Evolved into. Without touching the story, mind you.
Tell that to the
Script
Covenant.
stayed the same, character design stayed the same, just updated graphics and cut content added back in. The ability to go between classic and original.
Well, I guess it was all obsolete anyway.
As they
The new
were
suits of Mark 6 just came
seen
up from Songname this
before
morning.
they
Try
were
and take it
ported.
easy until you get used to
in
the
other
upgrades.
words, the original Xbox
Okay,
Combat
let's
Evolved
test your targeting first thing. Please
not
look at the top light.
Gearbox's
Good.
PC
Now look at the
version.
bottom light. All right. Look at the top light again. That's it. Now the bottom one. Okay. Everything checks out. Stand by.
maybe
I'm
some
going to
quality
offline
of
the
life
inhibitors.
improvements.
Move around a little. Get a feel for it. When you're ready, come meet me by the zapper.
Like improved view. For example, you can't even see my character's legs, but that's partially because field of view is off.
Go on. Walk around. Try it out.
I'm holding an invisible gun in the shadow.
Pay attention, because I'm only going over
Um,
this once. This station
you
will
should be able
test your
to see your
recharging
legs
energy shields. Your new armor
in
shields are
any
extremely resilient,
perspective.
very efficient.
It should look
Bingo!
like
As you
game
can
that
see,
was built
they recharge a lot faster.
AAA budget in
If your shields go down, find some cover.
2025.
Wait for the meter to read fully charged.
That,
But
or he can hide behind
play
me.
like an updated.
You done with my
game.
boy here, Master Guns? I
A
don't
good
see any
example would
training
be
wheels.
His armor's
the
working fine,
legendary
Johnson.
edition of Mass
Free to go,
Effect.
son. Just remember, take things slow.
They redid
Don't worry,
the original
I'll
game,
hold his hand.
and because of the technical limitations of that time no longer being a factor,
So,
they
Johnson,
were able
when
to
you gonna tell me how you
remove
made it back
various
home in one
things
piece?
Sorry,
and add
Guns.
things
Classified.
in. For example,
My ass!
there was this
Well, you can
one
forget
area
about those
where
adjustments to your A2
they
scope.
had to put
Well,
a
he's
wall
not particularly fine.
separate the
Maybe Lord Hood didn't
great
give him any
mountain
vacation.
area, prevent it from rendering due to
Earth.
the technical limitations.
Haven't
of the
seen it
time.
in years. When I shipped out for
We
basic,
needed
the
Halo
orbital defense
Infinite,
grid
a
was
Halo
all theory and
that's truly
politics.
infinite.
Now look, the
All
Cairo
the
is
cut
just one of
content,
300
insight
geosync
contact,
platforms. That
Bring
Mac gun can put a round
Bungie
clean through a
in
Covenant capital
the
ship.
original Bungie people that worked on it, the original Halos, so that
Coordinated
they
fire
can
from
talk
the Athens
about
and the Malta. Nothing's getting past
cut
this battle
contact,
cluster in one piece.
cut content, and what their original vision was. And
Ships
start
been
adding
arriving all
the
morning.
Wild Life and
Nobody's saying
adding
much,
the
but
sandbox
there's
and
something big's about to
interactions.
happen.
Portable vehicles from the get-go. Portable hunters, whatever. Leave the sandbox intact, leave the story intact, leave the characters intact, but update everything to modern standards, modern technology, and modern capabilities, and make it look like something that was developed now, not 10, 20 years ago. And definitely not.
You told me there wouldn't be any cameras.
And you told me you were gonna wear something nice. Folks need heroes, Chief. To give them hope. So smile, would you? Well, we still got something to smile about.
Something that looks good. But also build it with featuring mode. So the ability to mod in various custom content stuff without it integrated because Master like
Draw quite a crowd.
in the Master
If they came to hear me
Collection
beg,
you've got
they will be disappointed. Are you sure?
got built mod. That should be vanilla version remastered.
Gentlemen, we're lucky to have you back.
You should also have it to
Go ahead,
where
Cortana.
Another whisper, sir,
mods
near Io. We
work
have probes en
either in
route.
campaign
I
or
apologize,
multiplayer,
but we're going to have to make this quick.
and only multiplayer are
You look nice.
using
Thank you.
multiplayer
Sergeant Major,
servers
the Colonial Cross is awarded for acts of singular daring and devotion.
anti-cheat
For a soldier of the United Earth Space
protections.
Corps.
So that you could use solo
Greater heresy.
or modes you plan on
Let
playing
there be an
solo.
example for all who would break our covenant.
But also allow for custom games type thing, you know? And
Commander Miranda Keyes, your father's actions
One of
were in
the
keeping with the highest traditions
problems
of
with-
military service. His bravery in the face of impossible odds reflects great credit upon
modern
himself
gaming
and the
industry.
UNSC. The Navy has lost one of its best.
the biggest problem it dates back to, well, the introduction of live updates. Live updates came out because costly to recall
Slip space
and
ruptures directly off our battle
reproduce
cluster.
a game
Show me.
because of the
15 Covenant capital ships holding position just outside the kill zone.
This is Fleet Admiral Harper. We are engaging the enemy.
Negative, Admiral. Form a defensive perimeter around the cluster.
Shipped as is.
Commander, get to your ship. Link up
were
with the fleet.
pretty much
yes, sir.
hard.
You have the mech gun, Cortana. As soon as they come in range, open up.
There was no flexibility or anything.
Something's not right. The fleet that destroyed Reach was 50 times this size.
Sir, additional contacts. Boarding craft and lots of them.
They're going to try to take our mech guns offline. Give their capital ships a straight shot at Earth. Master Chief, defend this station.
Yes, sir. I need a weapon.
Right this way.
But the original purpose was not to basically charge people full price retail for a game that's basically beta, but to hop in a game that
How's it going, Mom?
was full on release.
They're latched. Check your targets, watch the crossfire. They're in standard formation. Little bastards up front, big ones in the back. Good luck, Ira.
And title updates were essentially meant to
Feel the fire on that bulkhead.
Quality of life updates.
As soon as that door opens, let them have it.
That's it. They shouldn't be so that developers are releasing data and then that full price the testing phase. Now, I have no problem with testing updates, but I'm not going to pay full price to a beta. If I'm getting beta testing, I want to know beforehand. Developers are getting away with basically bringing these games as betas, but not calling them betas because they're half-assing it.
I need a squad to handle that alpha ASAP.
And so players are forced to be paid to use beta testing.
Brace for impact.
A lot of that needs to be
Quick response team to Security Station 3.
chat on if nobody's watching you live at the moment. In my video.
Save your seat, Chief. Get on out here so I can sight on you. Hey, mind if I use that one?
Security Station 4 is under attack.
But oh, somebody's watching live. But I don't have chat on.
The Malta's already driven
but when I upload this video to YouTube after,
I don't believe it! They're retreating!
I would
We
love
won!
to see the viewers' opinions on this whole subject matter.
This is bad. Real bad.
But at the end of the day, I can guarantee you a reboot more the current managing body. Halo reboot the managing body make up 3/4 would be a horrible. The Master Chief Collection, at the end of its lifespan, was finally worth the money players paid for it, and finally in a state where it was what it was meant to be. So a reboot same thing as that, and also another fiasco like the Halo television series. We don't need a reboot.
Hey, they're leaving the Athens.
I said this earlier. We also don't need the collection, the anniversary edition.
Cortana,
What we need
That
is a
explosion
remaster.
inside the Athens. Same as the
Doesn't change
Malta.
the
The
story,
Covenant must have
doesn't
brought
change the
something with them.
character.
A bomb.
Then they sure as hell brought one
It
here.
brings quality of life
find it.
updates, doesn't remove anything from the sandbox, but adds to it. And adds new content not due to the difference in technology. I'm looking at the gameplay right here, and you can see it
Ah, Ripper Refide, Chief.
doesn't look anything like the cutscene earlier.
All non-combat personnel to pressure
A
zone.
reboot would have to or not reboot, a remaster would need to look a single player as it does. Would need the
Get the hell out of my armory! Split! Oh!
as
Dang it!
splits.
Fire team to Habitat Delta.
That's exactly what even Halo the Master Chief Collection was saying. And it was finally longer than it catch up, only for them to basically stop development. Even then, it is still in a catch-up state, and development has essentially halted. And that's just because after getting in a catch-up state, the new stuff that they added was never completely implemented and fixed. One example is in the customization. You've got a bunch of essentially, although some are argue with me, missing content. For example, the Rocket Hog skin, default skin, where is its normal Warthog version? You should be able to use that skin on the normal Warthog. You should have Woodland, for example, on the rocket launcher. You should be able to essentially have a full set that matches for each vehicle and weapon in the sandbox if you're adding skins. Now, if I go into campaigns and go to CE and go into options, there's this enable campaign customizations. This was a good step because of canon. Essentially, the Master Chief is the Master Chief. In co-op, you're playing as Linda, but she should be in a cryopod according to canon. So, if the Halo franchise was properly rebooted with custom, or basically remastered properly. I keep on saying rebooted when I mean remaster, but saying rebooted when I also mean rebooted. It would basically start out with Reach. So you would have the co-op players using their custom Spartans in Reach, and then you would go to Halo CE, and whoever is hosting the match would be the Master Chief, and the other player playing Linda. My thoughts is essentially, without changing the story, canon, or the characters, and only adding to the sandbox, rebalancing the sandbox, maybe, iffy. Adding to the sandbox per game, adding quality of life and consistency, updates, and cut content to make the game more alive. Everything else, mimic the original title as much as possible, but be remade from scratch. And this includes the engines, so that, for example, Halo Combat Evolved, from the get-go, from the onset, could be, for example, 4-player co-op, whatever guns each player had at the end of the previous level could be loaded into the next level, as long as they're not in a UNSC environment where they're given special weaponry, transition from Halo to Truth and Reconciliation self-mission where they're given snipers, for example. That would be acceptable, but going from the Pillar of Autumn level to Halo and all your guns reset, not so much. Now having the guns that each player had scattered around the pod and outside the pod, that would work. Having each player but player one be their multiplayer Spartans during the campaign would be essentially more canonical or canalized. I'm not going to use the word canon because it's hard to utilize that word in this situation. Let's just use a more commonly used in modding communities, lore-friendly way of doing it. Those who have seen mods and dealt with mods for Bethesda games will know what I mean. The lore or canon of Halo, and it being friendly and not rewriting it or altering it, but coexisting with it. that in a sense would be lore friendly and what any major changes would be. The lore that is established for the Halo array was it had life on it. But even the Master Chief Collection, without mods that enable dig site content and cut content, doesn't have any life on the Halo array. Not only Master Chief mods for cut content. As you can plainly see, the game crashed. I wonder if that's a new bug or something. Anyways, like I was saying, if you load up Halo on Combat Evolved, whether it's Anniversary or Classic Edition, the Halo array is lifeless. There's no life other than humans, a handful of Sentinels, Guilty Spark, the Flood later on, and the Covenant. With dig site content, you actually have life on the planets. Or should I say life on the Halo arrays. Gonna turn some of these off. I'm sure that doesn't and crash again. But the problem with the dig site content that adds the wildlife is it's only in class. The modules don't allow the ability to add wildlife to
Chief? Chief, can you hear me?
or restore.
Alas,
dig site
are you alright?
to
Can you move? The others.
anniversary graphics.
Warning. I've detected multiple Covenant dropships on approach. I recommend moving into those hills. If we're lucky, the Covenant will believe that everyone aboard this lifeboat died in the crash. Alert! Covenant dropship inbound. We must be looking for survivors.
But
I recommend
remaster
immediate evasion.
would essentially be able to change that. Not only would it allow for classic and master modes, both built in mod from the get-go, but it would also introduce the ability to have wild areas cut content, big site content, if you will, introduced into the game from the get-go. So a little warthog, like related warthog things that is in the cut content.
I'm reading a lifeboat
runs
taking over the next hill.
around,
We should check to see if there are any survivors.
many of them will start acting. Why I did this video cards with a chipset of
We can use your help,
no
sir.
more than the R7 200 series.
That'll
That's all the information I can find on it.
All right.
For the 200 series, not the 270X or anything like that. Doesn't support any.
Heads up! I got a covenant dropship heading in. Over here!
Training options with any of the software that I can find on the internet. So I wasn't able to. Basically, I've been playing.
Look sharp! Covenant dropship on approach! I can use some help over here!
And I'm pretty sure I still have the centered on. I did reset some of the settings a moment ago, so. Where is that? Option. There's an option for. Yeah, crosshair position standard. This plays a little differently now. I'm actually just going back throws me off because it's no longer the lower crosshair. Anyway, so in a sense, that's what we would need for a reboot.
Uh-oh! Another bandit dropping in behind us! They're trying to flank us!
Remaster. We don't need Halo 3 anniversary. And honestly, very few games ever get a true remaster.
Oh no, where?
The only things that have so far in the industry is probably
Follow me, Marines.
from as far as I can tell. The original Mass Effect. Final Fantasy. Only two that I know of to exist. Now imagine if Microsoft allowed companies Halo was never released.
This is Pelican Echo 419. Anybody read me? Repeat. Any UNSC personnel respond.
Same living.
Roger, Echo 419. This is Fire Team Charlie. We read you. Is that you, Hammer?
Anniversary.
Roger, Fire Team Charlie. Good to hear from you.
Collection
Hammer, we need transportation to the command shuttle.
of
I'm on my way.
original stuff.
Look,
Really
more lifeboats. They're coming in fast.
full of
If
changes.
those lifeboats make it down, I'm gonna be right on top of them.
Hammer, we need you to disengage your Warthog. The Master Chief and I are going to see if we can save some soldiers.
Roger, Cortana.
Original game. Awesome.
This cave is not a natural formation. Someone built it, so it must lead somewhere. I've hacked into the Covenant battle network. We're actually broadcasting tactical data on unencrypted channels. We should show them who they're dealing with. Master Chief, I'm going to use your suit's transcom system to monitor their chatter.
There would be scenes where, instead of just Pelican out, you would have occasionally get support from Pelican, or
Here comes more!
The HUD would be the same as Halo Reach, with the compass and the shield bar and the way that just and with quality of life. Of course, you wouldn't have to jump. Armor ability sprint, Halo Infinite style sprint, clamber and slide, and just the basic movements. Shooters. Instead of changing like Halo Reach Magnum to allow for the Halo C Magnum, make them as two different weapons. So that the Reach Magnum is more quote-unquote pistol. Magnum is more of a quote-unquote heavy caliber hand cannon. So they both coexist and have different functions in this game. And when they and again, like I said, I don't have chat enabled, but when it goes on YouTube, I would love to see people put their thoughts and opinions into comments of it. Unfortunately, there's limitations of my current setup, so I'm limited by that current setup, not just graphics card.
More of them! Back me up!
A chore to fix my computer. Having my computer on the screen. This way, monitors are hooked up one by.
There's new traffic on the Covenant battle network. A lot more crew made it off the Autumn than I had predicted. The captain really gave them hell. If we can find Captain Keyes and the other survivors, we have a chance to coordinate an effective resistance.
And then bring out my Xbox better do all the settings. Work. For the time being, until I get a graphics card my computer,
Nice one!
but yeah, the Halo Reach is of the invading Covenant, and brings your special state, right? But when he has life, has to cut due to
Oh yeah, baby!
mods fix that. There's no mods for a console.
Let's roll!
And it's only in classic proper remastered with this. A reboot, on the other hand, nobody wants. People wanted a reboot.
Survivors detected.
Let's just look at
Marines are concealed in those rocks.
how many
Roger that!
are actual success.
Ha! There's no stopping me! More over here! Let's do it.
Now, there's not a whole lot of examples that are purely on the same media, so it's a little hard to properly reference it, but a good example is Star Wars, for example. First 6 movies, this means New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, being the original trilogy, and the prequel trilogy, Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, and Revenge of the Sith. That's the original 6 movies that George Lucas had envisioned. There is years and years worth of events built around them and after them and before them that exist. Before Disney took over. The extended universe, for example. Luke Skywalker got married, had a kid. Han got married, had 2 kids.
What was that? Over here! Back me up! There's another one! Yeah, let's do it!
Then we have the youngest child named Cal.
Hey, nice and smooth now!
So his name is Solo. Luke's kid, on the other hand, is named Ben Skywalker.
Give me an angle!
Disney
Over here! Roger that!
got married,
Come on! They're everywhere! Roger that! Whoa!
And you've got or something going up, and you bring
You can't hide from me!
higher
I'm on it. Damn it, they're everywhere!
Point where
I see them!
anybody who's ready,
Come get some!
never mind dedicated Star Wars fan,
Whoa!
touch
God, I love this job! Oh, I'm good! Oh, I am good! Die! Use it up! There it is! Roger that!
Aragon.
Stay on target! Try that on! There's another one! Ah, not so tough now, hey! Do something for me, huh? How'd that feel? You found him! I'm on it. Thanks! That one's free!
Rebooted.
Hey, nice and smooth now! I wrapped this one just for you! How's it feel, mate? More of them! There it is! I see him! Sit down, bitch! What the...
Echo 419 to Cortana, come in.
We read Echo 419. We have survivors and need immediate dust
William
off.
Shatner
Roger,
in
Cortana.
such a way
On my
that
way.
it takes place
I've spotted
both
additional lifeboats in your
before
area. One near the
original
cliff edge,
Star Trek series
and another near the head of the river.
because, well,
Hard to see from my altitude, but it looks like there are more survivors. Acknowledged. We're on our way.
And so more reboot is also coexisting. And yes, it was successful because it didn't alter the lore, but it was still
Showtime!
its own story. And you've got Halo with changes, everything, and it's fun. Then you've got the Fallout franchise, or live action, exists in the universe, follows lore, or it follows characters area, hasn't been covered by
There it is! Back me up! Give me an angle!
coexist.
Yahoo!
Now, as far as reboots go, there's only a handful of reboots that I've really referenced that I've actually seen. Most of them are not successful. In fact, the only one that was successful was the reboot, but also prequel, The Planet of the Apes movie. Not the full-on reboot that was done.
Here comes more!
There's some
Back me up.
Marines hiding in the hills above the structure.
Fall back!
But the prequels were like Rise of the Apes, Dawn of the Apes, Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and the newest one, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Over here!
Those are both reboots of the original movies, but also a prequel to the original movies. So they coexist, even though
Ain't
they
so
don't
tough,
have
are
the
ya?
original story. Through
Here comes
reboots,
more!
came out
Whoa!
before those and after the original movie. But
Make them count! Way to go!
even though it was the first Planet of the Apes I've seen,
You can't hide from me! I see you!
I ended up watching the original.
How'd that feel?
Look better. Wow. Enough said.
Damn it, they're everywhere! Yikes!
Another example
Roger that!
is
Mate, nice and smooth now! Over here! I'm on it!
one of which
Yeah, got him! Nice shot!
is I've never seen the original.
You're a sight for sore eyes, Chief.
I'll call in a drop ship to pick
But
them
I
up.
still like the movie better, but yes, again,
Eat lead!
the reboot movie was considered a flop. Because it changed too much of the story, and it changed the lore or canon of the pre-existing media to where anybody who's seen the original media or will see the original media will automatically have to choose.
More over here! There it is! Cover fire! Want some more? Nice shot! Baby, I'm on fire!
Reboot, and then see the
Covenant
original,
bastards!
although they will
Right on!
like the reboot for its visuals technological improvements, 9 times out of 10, the original will just have a better story and make more sense because time, budget, whatever.
There's another one! Let's do it!
Let's make sure there are no Covenant hiding in the area.
The only time, ironically enough, a reboot has truly been successful, or reboots have truly been successful, is when they're not true reboots, but coexisting stories that revitalize the franchise, or when there hasn't been any work in the franchise in so long that anybody who was deprived the original and know the original even exists, except for those involved in the reboot, have long since.
Come on, floor it!
Hey. The only time that's ever happened is essentially, believe it or not, in the case of the original War of the Worlds book and followed up by radio ebook broadcast. My dad was actually told by his father in
Echo 419 to Cortana. Bowhammer's on station and ready for another pickup. Affirmative, Bowhammer. We're ready for dust-off. Approach when ready. We're going to look for the last lifeboat, Echo 419. Good luck.
Audiobook reading before TV on live radio, where they acted out the entire story of War of the Worlds. Those who listen to the broadcast actually out because they thought it was really happening. Aliens were actually attacking Earth. But no, it was just an audiobook, pre-TV era, acting out the original novel, and then the movie came out with TV. Did a reboot of War of the Worlds, although it looked good and was actually relatively good. Anybody who watched the original movies that were very good cast.
More of them! I found it! Back me up! Stay on target!
I picked up reports that the Covenant has located and secured the Pillar of Autumn's crash site. The good news is the captain's still alive. The bad news is that the Covenant have captured the entire surviving command. Let's hurry and find the final lifeboat so we can link up with the rest of the survivors.
Through this War of the Worlds.
You want some more? Can't hide from me. I see him.
Based off of history, and I've probably said it a couple times already, but I'll say it again. You don't run from history and do the repeated, regardless of your history you need to learn from.
Maybe they took cover in that structure. Let's check it out.
Makes the events
Here comes more! Roger that!
Absolutely critical, even if you don't pay attention.
Give me an angle!
Under that pain,
Let's do it!
Principles.
More where that came from.
Reboots
Nice one!
means that you have better odds of being struck by lightning.
More of them!
In the same 20-minute
Oh yeah!
window
Oh yeah!
and surviving.
Over here!
I
see him.
And they have a saying, lightning never strikes the same place twice, because
Mate, nice and smooth now!
lightning hitting the same spot twice in succession is
More over here!
dismally low.
I see him!
Granted, that's a natural occurrent lightning, not say because you're holding.
Stay on target!
If you're holding a lightning rod, of course it's going to strike you multiple times before that. But my point still stands. Astronomically low that a reboot of anything will be successful.
Whoa!
Unless
There's another one!
the original is more
Back
than
me up!
that is the list.
Did the best you can do! I see him! Oh! School is now in session! Ooh! I'm hit!
Now, if I can gather that by click,
What was that?
click, internet,
More over here! No running! Over here! There's more where that came from!
moreover,
Keep it up, bro.
why does every
Whoa!
company believe that they must do a reboot over a remaster?
They're everywhere!
Get good
Roger
results?
that.
Which is no different than
Yikes!
way 343 has been essentially
There it is.
kind of reinvented.
Yeah, let's do it!
We should search the interior of those
Every
structures
time
before we
that you
leave.
get involved with anything.
Whoa!
The only exception to this rule was Halo 1.
Here comes more! Roger that! Found him over here. I see him!
So, on that front, a reboot would be a horrible idea. Unless, of course, they're thinking of doing a reboot of Halo Infinite, where essentially
Keep it up!
Halo Infinite redesigned on the Unreal Engine or something, and designed in a way that the original
More
Halo
over here!
Infinite was
Yeah,
supposed
let's
to
do it! You can't hide from me! I'm on it.
with the native couch co-op, horse player, both in campaign, single player, and all the promised features,
Give me an angle!
abilities, not doing the same microtransactions, all the classic game modes, and all of everything that every other Halo since even before 343.
There's another one!
had.
Back me up!
If that is the Halo reboot, then maybe then we would be getting somewhere. But the only Halos that could honestly be rebooted and have any chance of success would be Halo 4, Halo 5, and Halo Infinite. All of which 343 were responsible for the nightmare.
I've called for an evac.
Roger that. Hurry! Assemble for evac!
Go figure, right? So what are the odds of 343 rebooting their own work? If nothing changes in any, Microsoft and how the corporate bigwigs and CEOs have power.
We should secure the area before the dropship arrives.
Developers that know what they're doing, passionate about Halo.
Firing! Ah! Not me, fool!
That's the last of them. Roger that. I'm on my way.
Quality.
New traffic on the Covenant BattleNet. I found Captain Keyes. He's being held on a Covenant cruiser, the Truth and Reconciliation, a ship I disabled before we abandoned the Autumn.
I would say
the Truth and Reconciliation touched down on a desert plateau roughly 300 kilometers upspin.
For the sake of something I was talking about earlier.
There's our ride. Get aboard and let's get out of here.
Welcome aboard, Master Chief. Ready for dust off.
This won't and start to level. And the next mission, I will be outfitted with whatever they say. That are with what
the enemy has captured Captain Keyes and are holding him aboard one of their cruisers, the Truth and Reconciliation. The ship is currently holding position approximately 300 meters above the other end of this plateau.
So how do we get inside the ship if it's in the air? The Corps issued me a rifle, not wings.
There's a gravity lift that ferries troops and supplies between the ship and the surface. That's our ticket in.
Once we get inside the ship, I should be able to lock on to the tracking signal from Captain Keyes' neural implants.
Hit him, Marines! Go, go, go! The Corps ain't paying us by the hour!
Stick to the higher ground to the right. We should be able to recon the Covenant position without being spotted. I've detected Covenant stationary guns near the next pass. I recommend using your sniper rifle to take out the gunners while I call for Marine support.
Get ready to move in to support us, Sergeant. The Master Chief is going to covertly take out as many of the Covenant as he can. Don't open fire until you hear the enemy return fire on us. That should let us keep the element of surprise.
Suck at being stealthy, so I'll probably get detected pretty fast. Doesn't help that if you move too fast, you automatically stand up. But yeah. We need a remaster, a proper remaster, not a reboot from the Halo franchise. And that is my stance, but I want to know everybody else's stance. See my video on YouTube.
Alert! A Covenant is making a run for that stationary gun. Take him out!
Let him have it!
Take that! Oh God, oh God, oh God, help me!
However, I am probably going to do one additional video in an hour or so. I'm going to eat dinner first. That video, however, will be of the issue of regarding censorship in every industry and who it helps and who it doesn't in regards to forcing these issues versus making them optional.
I'll take you all on! How'd that feel?
Again, that'll probably be...
That was me, my bad.
So, if you want to see what I have to say, then... See you next time, everybody.